Welcome to Lunchtime Physical Therapy, everybody. I'm AJ Anderson, Physical Therapist Assistant, and today we're going to work out your core. Let's begin by laying on your back. First exercise, I want you to put your hands under your back. I want you to engage your lower abdominals and push down on your hands. Try and keep your back as flat against your hands as you can. And then from there, straighten one leg and raise that leg up. I want you to lay your head down. The reason I want you to lay your head down is because if your head is up, you're engaging your upper abdominals as well. I want this to be strictly lower abdominals. Try and keep that back flat against your hands as your leg is going up. It's going to be harder when you get towards the bottom. Doing about 10 to 15 or 20 reps on each side. You should feel that that is harder as you get through it to keep that back flat against your hand. Go ahead and switch. Other side. You might have one side that feels easier than the other. A lot of times right-handed people will feel that this is easier to maintain with their right leg. Their left leg is usually posted up and the right leg leads going up the stairs, or the left leg is posted up and you're stepping to kick a ball or step towards an object. So that's the first exercise. Second exercise we want to do is bridges. Bridges, typically people will just lift right up. I want you to add in a step. I want you to push down first. So just what we were doing, we're flattening our backs. I want you to flatten your back, then raise up. Hold for just a second or two. Go back down, disengage. So first, engage those lower abdominals, raise, lower, disengage. So it's a two-step process there. 1, 2, and back down. The reason we do this is because we can have all the core muscles in the world, but if we don't use them and make them applicable to our everyday life activities, they don't help us very much. So I want you to engage those core muscles before you move your hips. Doing anywhere from 10 to 20 of those. Okay, now what I want you to do is I want you to flatten your back, raise your hips up in the air, and I want you to march. I want this to be slow. I want you to bring those hips up, try and make a nice straight line. I don't know how straight line looks, but a nice straight line with your hips and your legs, and try not to let your hips teeter as you raise your heel off the bed. Try and keep nice and tight. Don't let it waver, don't let it tip, and just alternating one side to the other. Some people have a really easy time with this. You should be engaging those glutes to help hold you up. And 2 more. Good. If you're not tired, keep going. The fourth one we want to work on is side crunches. So laying on your side, put your bottom arm sticking out straight in front of you. Put your hand behind your head. I want you to try and get in as straight line as possible. From there, just want you to engage that side oblique. Right there. Should feel that getting nice and tight. Crunching up. Just pause at the top. And if you can keep going, keep on going. We're going to go ahead and switch to the next exercise while we're on this side. Bridge up onto your elbow. Side planks, you might have seen them, and people will raise up and hold. I want to do this, but I want this to be an action movement. So I want you to raise up as high as you can. Go a little bit beyond straight. Here's straight. I want you to go a little bit higher and back down. So it's like doing a side crunch. We're actually strengthening the opposite side. And crunching up and back down. It's sad that I'm getting winded. I need to do these exercises more often. And it doesn't take very many of these before you should feel tired. Good. Go ahead and flip back to the other side. Put that bottom arm out straight. We're first going to do side crunches, lifting towards the ceiling. Again, try and get in a nice straight line. Try not to be bent. All right. Bend those knees, prop up on your elbow. As you raise up, go a little bit past straight and back down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. The next one we want to do are bird dogs. So bird dogs, going on your hands and your knees. In this position, I want you to position your hands underneath your shoulders. So don't be too far back, don't be too far above them. But just line them right up. And before we raise an arm or a leg, what I want you to do is I want you to engage that core. So I want you to suck that belly button towards your spine. Just like when we were doing with the first 2 exercises, we are flattening that back, tighten up that core. Then from this position, I want you to raise one arm straight above you, and the opposite leg back behind you. Again, you should be trying to keep that core nice and tight. Just hold for a 3-second count. And switch. Engage that core. Don't move your arm or your leg from an unstable core. And notice that I'm not trying to lift as high as I can. What I'm doing is I'm imagining that I'm stretching my legs straight back behind me, straightening my arms straight above me, like I'm reaching. Engage that core, suck that stomach in. Try not to fall off either. If you're up on a table or a couch, if you're on the floor, you'll probably be okay. And one more on each side. All right. Next one, cross crunches. Laying on your back, bend your knees. When I do crunches, I prefer to put my hands around my ears. Some people put them behind their head, but I feel that that makes you pull on your neck pretty hard. So if you put your hands around your ears, it stops you from pulling so hard. And I want you to aim your elbow towards your opposite knee, and go ahead and alternate those as you go. If you can't touch your knees, that is okay. Just bring that up. Try and lift that shoulder off of the bed. Don't just move those knees and those elbows. Try and get that torso off the bed or off the floor. Good, and one more. Great. Since we're in this position, we might as well do crunches. Just roll up. Again, don't pull on your head. Just engage these upper abdominals to help you lift your head and a little bit of your shoulders off the floor, off the bed. Just pause at the top. Try and contract these muscles as tight as you can before you lower back down. And two more. Great. And our last exercise, back planks. I want you to just relax. Get your body all out straight. Put your palms facing the ceiling. So in this position, this is a reverse of a normal plank. So what I want you to do is I want you to push your heels down into the floor or the bed. I want you to push your chin back towards the floor. It looks like you're giving yourself a double chin. And then putting the back of your hands against the floor and pushing down there too. So 3 positions, heels, head or neck, and your hands. I want you to push, hold for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. Let's do 5 of those. So again, head, heels, hands, 3, 4, 5, and relax. You can engage hard or you can engage medium. Push, hands, heels, head, and relax. 2 more. Push, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. And 1 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Let's do 1 more. Why not? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great. That's our exercise video for the day, working out your core, a little bit of your back. Thank you for joining me.